after finishing my 4th form at Kanga High School, at about the same time, my younger brother Ronnie had finished his primary school and he had been called to a national school. Then my mother said, if Ronnie was happy, then I am happy. And she closed her eyes. And that's how my mother passed on. Then I got sacked.
Why?
The proprietor came and said, Wewe, uko very brilliant. You are going to, I don't know what he said, but it was in relation to, you're going to incite my people. Yeah, and so I was sacked. So after I was
sacked. What had you done?
So after I was sacked.
What had you done?
He just said that according to him, I talked so well and I would ask necessary questions. Was the salt, was the ingredients put in this bread sufficient? Why are we, hiding pieces of loaf that are not shapely enough inside the pockets, inside the crates, and so on.
Right.
Yeah, so they said, niko na kiherehere, and I was going to spoil the market. Yeah, just for asking questions. So I got sacked. And after I got sacked, I got another job, fortunately, to wash windows in the tallest building in Kisumu at that time. It was the Kenya National Assurance House. And so I was washing toilets and washing windows. So we had a couple of floors allocated for us. So I would wash the toilets and I would wash the windows. But immediately I finished, as others gathered to talk or to spend the day away in talk, I would always have a novel of whatever kind. And I would just read and read and read, because my mother had ensured that we read anything and everything. We had the pit latrines as we were growing up, and we couldn't afford tissue. So we could walk around Kisumu. Anytime you found paper that was clean enough, we could go home with that. And before you use the paper to wipe yourself after using the washroom, the rule was that you have to read it. So you could come from the toilet and she could ask, what did you read in the toilet? So you always had to read. Sometimes if the paper wasn't clean enough or wasn't written, you had to recall the story you read, and before, maybe you now just have to give one story and leave another for the next time you come. And so we read. So I would read after cleaning. I would read a lot because my mother used to read. So monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
I used to see her read a lot. And we didn't have electricity. We used to use the tin lamp and the hurricane lamp. The tin lamp in Kiswahili is called, I've forgotten the name, but it was just the normal lamp with a chimney, and you put paraffin or kerosene, and that was it.
I remember it, I just don't remember the name.
Yeah. So there was the tin lamp. It's actually called tin lamp. And then there was the hurricane lamp. So that's what I used a lot in reading. And during the day, I was reading after work. And after a while, I got a better job. And the better job was to hawk, because from cleaning the windows, my salary went up from 110 to around 130. That 20 shillings would make the difference for me. So I got a better job that could earn us almost about 150 shillings. And it was hawking, specifically hawking mandazis. And those mandazis, they are now called kangumu. So I walked in Kisumu. Sometimes I would ride a relative's bike, hawking mandazi. You walk in Kisumu on the stage, mandas kobole, mandas kobole, mandas kobole. And I would survive on one or two. And that's what I would eat. Again, to feel full, you needed to bite the mandazi twice or thrice so that you swallow it all to manage with the day. Then I kept saving. So after a while, I'd saved around 990 bob. And I decided to be self-employed. And I got a camera. I bought a camera. At that time, there was a camera on offer from about 1,500 to 990. And those were the old cameras that you had to use the film. You remember the film, Rina? So I bought the camera for 900 and the film for 100. And I could walk in the estates and tell guys in the slums in Nyalenda that, hey, I'm a photographer, you know, and I hadn't really known much about photography. And that film was very sensitive, so they had to assist you in the photo studio to put it on. So I would go when I cleaned up the first roll of film, half of them were destroyed. Why? Because sometimes I didn't know where the islands was, so my finger would lock the islands, would block the islands. So you've taken someone a picture, and from their stomach downwards, you know, their belly, it's locked off.
Oh
and
my.
yeah, and you know that the 120 pictures that come from that is everything. Otherwise, you lose your profits. Most of the people the photographers in the slums charged 20 shillings. So I charged 15. So that really gave me traction and brought more customers my way. But because of the tragedy of my fingers, you know, I then became more creative. I took a scissors, I would cut the photos and say, you know, sasa ni passport, you know, and I would sell maybe at 5 shillings. For some, maybe the arm is chopped off, so you just say, take it for 5 shillings. We'll take another next time and maybe join them. So I got enough money I probably made 5,000 shillings over time, and before long, it was time to go to campus.
Okay. So before we move to campus, there's already a way you're operating.
Yes.
You're making 110, 130, 150, but you decide you're not going to eat a meal, or you'll have 2 mandazis that will carry you through the day so that you can save. Where did you learn that? Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have come to the place where you want to either begin your journey with investing or continue, and you want to be able to be consistent and you need guidance and you want to be able to invest consistently, there's numbers on the screen. There's actually one number on the screen, 0759 777 666. Send a WhatsApp message and somebody on our team will get in touch with you. Whether it's stocks or shares, you want to invest in bonds, you want to invest in treasury bills, you want to be able to start your journey in the Oaks Special Fund, whatever that is. And even if you're not too sure where to start, we shall help you. 0759 777 666. Send a WhatsApp message and we will be in touch with you. Whether it is nighttime, daytime, weekend, don't worry. Just send a WhatsApp message. Thank you so much and God bless you. Bye-bye.